real big flat top. It just had an angle change. It had been about like that. Angle change. I just widened out the Shari a little bit this year. Just enough that you can still see the lifeline as it comes down to the soil on both sides of it. There was a root right there that I didn't know.
What? So this is just old?
This is the callus. Yeah, this was the Shari that I had, and then this was callus that I just took it out. It was only like 4 or 5 days ago, so it hasn't had time to dry out.
Try not to have the Shari go into the root system.
Yeah,
because wood rots.
Yeah,
and so don't try to do that now.
Yeah, that was the side that I had originally as the front before I took off this branch.
What do you think I'm going to say?
This one needs to go.
No, I wouldn't have said that.
No.
But this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I even like the twin trunks. You wouldn't have to have this one. This could be part of that whole gen thing.
Yeah.
But this one bothers me because you're losing that nice curve, and all these have the curves in it, and this basically is straight. Again, here's your triangle.
Yeah.
Without it.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'm a drama queen, it's pretty much been proven the more of a lengthy triangle that's no, but this is a good example of bottom branch could be the whole tree.
Yeah.
From over here, that branch works better because it's hidden behind silhouettes this. But I'd want it looking both ways good.
Mm-hmm.
With me, I would take this part off and bend this around.
Yeah. Would you gen it too, like this, or
might as well at first?
Yeah.
Play where your gens.
Yeah. Yeah, this gen is. When did I do that? That would have been May of last year, so it's right at a year old.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, the tips will break because they're small. Yeah.
Don't enjoy it while you got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I like this little tree. Now the pot dominates.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about pots like this.
Mm-hmm.
They're showy.
Yeah.
But self showy. Nice tree. Right? Again, that's the part of having a good eye. You're picking good trees.
Well, I mean, this branch was actually all the way out here, and then as I was trying to move it back, it just got this just massive bend in it, so I kind of mirrored that up here.
Well, you did good. That bend makes that branch actually.
It kind of dips down and then up and over the rim of the pot.
So you know what a slinky is?
Yeah, right? I know what a slinky is. Yeah, that.
You know how soft and pliable that is?
Yeah, I know.
So that's why this won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Now however you got this, you got. But going at the 45s would be better for you. This is another one you got good light.
Yeah, I just cleaned it out a week ago.
But you still have a lot of mature foliage.
Yeah.
Trouble with these is you have half and half. And
Yeah. Yeah. This side, I mean, if you get rid of that, I've got a little bit right here, and that's the only juvenile foliage except for this right down here. If you get rid of those.
I'm impressed you got that bent together so well.
What, this one?
Got that shape in it. So again, the wire, you came really close to getting it right, but this is where it would have split. But you didn't break it, so.
Yeah.
Let's see where you did this wire. You're as good as you are. You're very good at the visual of what you're doing. Once you get, you're not bad with your wiring,
Yeah.
but you're going to get a lot better, and that's going to be a huge step forward for you. Because, I mean, this is
neat but sloppy. Yeah.
In a workshop, I wouldn't beat you up over it because you can move these branches, but it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And you see that. But it works. There was I always ask people what they do for a living when I'm in workshops because you can kind of know how you gotta push them around a little bit. I'm kidding, but so there's this guy that I knew he was a doctor, and so I said, "Can you wire?" He goes, "Oh yeah." I said, "Okay, I want you to wire this, this, and this, and do this," and I came back around. 10 people in the workshop. You get back around. It's only been 45 minutes or something. I said, "You finished wiring?" He goes, "Yeah." And I look at it, and it was like he had taken wet spaghetti and thrown it at the tree. I mean, it was over foliage. It was. I said, "What kind of doctor are you?" He goes, "I'm a vascular surgeon." and I said,
"Oh no."
I said, "Really? Does your nurse do all the work?" "No, I tell her what to do." And
so he does do all the suture.
3 years later, same kind of wiring with another guy. I said, "Are you a vascular surgeon?" He goes, "How did you know?" I don't know what it is about those guys.
Yeah.
It's overpotted.
Yeah.
The tree's good enough to be in a much smaller pot.
I mean, like I said, I mean, most of my trees are a year. Some of them are 2 years old. I got this one.
Shit, man. Your trees. It was 15 years before I had a tree this good. So, no, you're doing great.
Okay.
So, I'll put it this way: you're good enough already that you should be proud of it, and you're going to do nothing but get better. You're smart. You're listening. So, gosh, if this is third year into it, another 3 years, and I mean, not that it's going to take you that long even. So
yeah.
each step's a step forward. The trees are healthy by the most part, and your styling's very good for 3 years. You understand art, and so I want to see you with your triangles be a little bit more. But other than that, it's nice. I'm very impressed with this. It's not easy to do, and that's one thing that I learned from Ryan. I pay attention to all these kids, but we were always taught you put a wire on a branch to shorten it. You're going back and forth and everything. But he did it where you come out and you go down, then back up, that actually shortens a lot more than side to side. And I mean, come on, that looks pretty damn natural. The twisting going side to side, very two-dimensional.
Yeah.
So it's great. This whole branch comes off, you're going to see this nice roll that.
Yeah. So would you keep the front over here and gin this, and then you'd have this whole side gin? Okay. I could do that.
This is the better front.
I had a little, yeah, that's what I thought too. My wife really liked that as the front, so that's what I did.
I tell you what, there's not a bad thing in the end.
Yeah, when I was bending this one, not this year, but last time, when I first did the styling, I kind of cracked it right here. Just off of this. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been a year, so and it hadn't died off.
And there's breaking.
Yeah.
So stay away from the breaking, but cracking.
Yeah, this was a split from the first time that I tried to shorten it. It split here, and then I just said, okay, put a little shari right there too. Should I mirror that down here or no?
I think they mirror enough.
They'd mirror enough that I wouldn't need to put shari on it too.
Yeah, I don't. You don't want to be so. I did it because of the same thing over and over again. I mean they work together.
Yeah.
And so if you did the same thing, it might make it. Where would you do it?
Maybe right up under in here, coming up.
What are we talking about? The shari?
Yeah, just a little.
Okay. Twofold. Junipers have their strength usually on the bottom of the branches.
Okay.
They're out of the sun, all that blah, blah.
So that's why I got lucky. Well, actually, no, that would have been the bottom of the branch coming before. So.
Yeah, but they want to stay out of the sun.
Yeah.
The live part, or its strengths. So it's much better if you're controlling it to have the dead up on top and in your sight, your line of sight.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't put it anywhere else then. No.
This is a little too even for me.
Yeah.
But we're splitting hairs. And it's a good thing that you're splitting hairs. That means, things are looking good.
Yeah.
Rather than, what the fuck were you thinking? This is not bad.
Yeah.
And, and I get why she said that, and that's really good. But again, you've got this broad, flat area in here. Yeah. And you don't have that over here.
Yeah.
Now, I think a little branch back in there would be nice, and that could even be, pulling this down.
Yeah.
In there. Don't do this again. Unless you want to be a basketball player.
Well, it was that I didn't feel like I got to the point where I was tired of wiring, and so instead of wiring this one out too, I just
nothing wrong with that. You can cheat. You couldn't do that and show it.
No, I did. I mean, like I said, it's a second year. I wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't even thought to put it in a show. So.
Good. Well, you shouldn't. But this tree would go in a show without the wire on it exposed. You could. I see trees like this in shows all the time. This is not a bad tree. But what I see with this is the wire first.
Yeah.
And, this. And
yeah, all my junipers got wired at the same time last October, and I've just been unwiring as I see stuff
when
bite.
You say unwired, do you unwire it or do you cut the wire?
It depends on the it depends on where it is.
Yeah.
Like anything that's smaller than like 1.5 millimeters, I'll just unwire. Bigger stuff, it depends on the branch.
Yeah.
And how much it's cut.
Do you use the wire again?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money on aluminum wire every year. If you're wiring trees with as much wire as I use.
Where do you get your aluminum wire?
Yes, Amazon. Yeah.
It's from China.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of 1.5 and 2. I see what I have, but I've got almost a barn full. We bought. The monastery had a fire, and the insurance company covered it all, but made them sell everything. Pots, wire. The labels weren't even burned.
Yeah.
Again, good tree. It's kind of nice. That's shari there, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it. That's natural. I didn't do that intentionally.
Come on.
I might have cut off that branch and it just killed off the bark below it. But it was not intentional. Yeah, it does look like it.
It's a good place for it. It shows it's nice.